What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 109, and we start today's episode by seeing that Carvajal has come to us and said he's okay to play in this game against Valencia. Of course, he's just coming back from injury. The injury got in the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona, which we won, and as you can see, he did have the plaster next to his name, and as I've mentioned many times before, I never like to play a player when he's got the plaster next to his name. I'd much rather rest him, but with just 3 games to go in La Liga, there's no time for rest right now. We've got to play every single available player that is good enough for the first team. As you can see by the league table right there, we are 2 points ahead of Barcelona with just 3 games to go. Now, I mentioned it like 20 times in the last episode, but basically what that means is that due to the head-to-head record, even if Barcelona win their remaining 3 games, if we win just 2 and get a draw in the other one, we'll still be champions on the head-to-head ruling. So I need to keep reiterating that because there's a definite chance that could happen. If we do finish level on points, Barcelona will most likely have a better goal difference than us, but will still be champions due to the head-to-head ruling. Still, we do take on Valencia for the first game of today's episode. Valencia desperate to get themselves into the Champions League places come the end of this season. Valencia come and takes on here at El Sardinero, and the first chance would fall to the away side. Paco Alcacer comes through here and shoots, but it hits the post and we get the ball away. So we knew that we beat Eibar and Celta Vigo, 2 good wins for us, but this will be a completely new challenge, and the first chance coming to Valencia, them hitting the woodwork, not a real surprise to see them coming out of the blocks early and making us sweat a little bit. But Carvajal back from injury, goes pretty close there, but that shot goes just off target and behind for a goal kick, and in the 50th minute it was still 0-0. Morata back heels it towards Oliver Torres here. Torres finds Pedro Obiang, so nice passing sees young Hanalise spread it through towards Alvaro Morata. He holds the ball up with a fake shot, chips it inside towards Pedro Obiang. What a chance this is, but Obiang on his weaker left foot can't hit the target and it goes harmlessly wide for a goal kick, so still 0-0, and I really should have made the goalkeeper work there, but it was still goalless. In the 68th minute though, Grimaldo's on the ball for us and finds Pedro Obiang. Obiang finds Elise here. We had some nice passing and moving in this game, we just couldn't seem to find the back of the net. Morata went pretty close with that shot, but Rene Adler was equal to it, and the German turns it behind for a corner, so still 0-0 in this game as we're approaching the 90th minute mark, and the final chance felt here as Morata holds the ball out and finds young Han Elise, a holding midfielder who's basically out of stamina, plays a brilliant free ball towards Oliver Torres. Torres then holds it up himself here. We get ourselves inside with a Berber spin. It's a great challenge by the left back Gaia, or so I thought, but the referee ends up awarding a penalty to Racing Santander, and I was just so surprised about that because, you know, some penalties are so stonewall, there's no decision for the referee to make other than award a spot kick, but for this one, as you can see, that looks like a great challenge, doesn't it, by Jose Gaia there. He seems to win the ball, poke it away, and then Torres hits the deck as we make these 3 substitutions here. That was the last thing Torres did, was win us a penalty. I was so surprised about that, and as you guys know, whenever we win a penalty and we're not sure about it, we chip it down the middle. Even in one of the biggest games of the season, with just 3 games to go, we win ourselves a penalty. You know, surely I'm just going to blast it into the top corner. No, I'm going to stick to what I usually do, chip it down the middle, but thankfully for us, Rene Adler dives to his left-hand side anyway, and it doesn't matter, because Jesse Rodriguez makes it Racing Santander 1, Valencia 0 in stoppage time, and I love that, you know, I really do. It's one of the biggest games of the season where, you know, we're on level terms going into stoppage time right now. We've won ourselves a penalty, debatable or not, you know, most people just blast the ball in and do everything they can to score it. I was like, nope, if the goalkeeper saves it, he saves it, that's fair, but he doesn't, because he dives to his left-hand side. Jesse Rodriguez makes it Racing Santander 1, Valencia 0, and it is how the game finishes as well. So we win on the, our 3rd final game of the season there. Rodriguez getting the goal from the penalty, and again, it was debatable as they come, but, you know, to win league titles, sometimes you need a little bit of luck, and we certainly got it there. And, yeah, you know, it's been crazy though, because sometimes this season we've had some really bad luck with decisions going against us, but for that one, it was in our favour, and I was just so surprised. Like, when the referee awarded the penalty, I was like, are you serious? That was a great challenge, but even so, we won it by that penalty, and again, very, very fortunate, no one's going to deny that, but I'm still so pleased we did win the game. Still following that, Ruben Blanco came to us and said he wanted a new contract, and the board decided to transfer list our goalkeeper because he hasn't been given a new contract yet. And obviously Blanco is our first choice goalkeeper. He's 74 overall, and, you know, next season, depending on what happens, I might look to bring in a new goalkeeper, because even though Blanco's fantastic, the fact that he's growing at such a slow rate is unbelievably annoying. But even so, I gave him a new deal. I said I'll give you 30 grand a week, 2-year extension. I wouldn't give you a squad status though. As you can see, he comes back to us and says no, which is unbelievably frustrating. We know how contracts work this year. They're very hard to sort out. Still following out, we looked at the league table. No real surprise, Barcelona won again, so still the the gap between first and second is just 2 points right now. So Barcelona just will not slip up. But as I mentioned before, one draw and one win will do it now for us. So even if we draw this game against Atletico Madrid, so long as we win the final game, which is away against Elche, we'll still be champions regardless of what Barcelona do in their final 2 games. But of course, we're not going to be playing for draws or anything. We're still going to be going for the wins. So as Atletico Madrid come and take us on here, we just beat Valencia, their closest rivals to the 4th place position. So as you can see, they have guaranteed a Champions League spot, as I'm pretty sure Atletico Madrid do have a better head-to-head record than Valencia, but otherwise they just need 1 point from 2 games and they're surely going to get that. But still, Atletico Madrid, we're still going to want to win the game regardless. They'll still want to get the wins from these games, not just get draws. And that's the same for us. A draw would do it for us, effectively, because I can't see us failing to win against Elche. We still really want to get the wins and try and get it done as soon as possible. So we take on Atletico Madrid. Obviously, they've got a really good side. They did beat us away at the Vicente Calderon earlier on in the season. So, of course, we'd have to be wary of that, knowing they've already beaten us once this season. And the first chance would fall to us, though, in the 10th minute as Morata collects the ball here and skips past Miranda. Morata keeps on going, beats the Brazilian centre-back for pace, then rises to slide challenge and shoots, and does find the back of the net as well. 11 minutes in, Alvaro Morata, who's been such a big player for us since the injury to Iosa Perez, makes it Racing Santander 1, Atletico Madrid 0. The perfect start to this game, though I have to say I was pretty surprised that Oblak didn't save this. I mean, the shot by Morata, yes, it does have a bit of power on it, but it's pretty much straight at the goalkeeper, and he seems to dive backwards, and I really would have expected Oblak to save that, but he didn't, and I'm certainly not complaining, because it's Racing Santander 1, Atletico Madrid 0 in an absolutely massive game here at El Sardinero. So 1 win and 1 draw would do it. So with this game being 1-0 to Racing Santander right now, that would mean the final day we would just need a draw. So the perfect start to this game, and to be honest, not much really happened in the first half other than that. And in the 49th minute we did make it 2-0, however the goal was chalked off for an offensive foul by Morata. I didn't think it was a foul personally, but it was given and the referee said no, so fair enough. We had the ball in the back of the net for a second time, but only 1 goal accounted. So still Racing 1, Atletico Madrid 0. And in the 75th minute, a great chance for us to make it 2-0. Morata comes forward but hits his shot wide the post and behind for a goal kick. Great chance for Morata, but that is his problem. He's so inconsistent and he does mess up a lot of good chances for us. So still Racing 1, Atletico Madrid 0. But it was a pretty bizarre game because there was only 15 minutes to go and Atletico Madrid had practically done nothing in this game at all. The game was just all about possession for both teams. Once we got ourselves the opening goal, I didn't need to go all guns blazing looking for a second goal because a 1-goal win would be enough for us. So the game effectively became about possession and just running the clock down because we didn't need to attack any more than we already had, as Morata went close there with that header, but Oblak made the save. We didn't need to attack anymore. Atletico Madrid kept giving the ball away, and it was just routine for us to hold on to the ball and waste the time. As you can see, Rodriguez crosses the ball in here, Morata wins the header, and we do make it Racing Santander 2, Atletico Madrid 0 with 10 minutes to go. And don't get me wrong, this is a massive result for us. I was so delighted with this. We were surely going to go on to win the game now, but I was just shocked at how poor Atletico Madrid were. Like, they just didn't want to do anything in this game. They were fine knowing that they were going to lose the game 1-0 for some reason, but Morata does make it 2-0 there, gets his 2nd goal of the game. Ever since Perez's injury, he's been fantastic for us. That's now his 12th goal in La Liga. Both goals in this game coming through Alvaro Morata. Racing 2, Atletico Madrid 0. What a big win this is going to be, and of course it does mean now that going into the final game, regardless of what Barcelona do on their final 2 games, we will just need 1 point against Elche and we will win the title regardless. Atletico Madrid did almost get themselves a consolation goal back in the 90th minute. Saiz went forward there, but Blanco made the save and Lopez cleared it away. That was one of their first chances of the game, and eventually they give the ball away again. That was the story of their game, really. Grimaldo goes forward and plays a great chip through ball towards Morata, holds off Jimenez here, gets himself 1-on-1, a great chance for his hat-trick, but as you can see, holds the ball up instead, finds Keiko, but Keiko ends up hitting the post, and Atletico Madrid clear. And it was how the game would finish, Racing Santander 2, Atletico Madrid 0. So we get ourselves an absolutely massive 3 points. The players celebrate because they know what this result means, and you'll see by the league table in just a moment's time. Once again, Barcelona won. They just will not slip up and let go of us. It does mean that coming into the final day, all we need to do against Elche is get ourselves a point. That game's away against Elche. It'll be in the next episode. I'm going to play it live for you guys. All we need is to get a point in that game, and we will be La Liga champions, even if Barcelona beat Almeria away from home. That's their final game. And yeah, I honestly cannot believe this, but we have an absolutely massive chance to win the league title. If we slip up now, it will be one of the biggest slip-ups I've ever done on YouTube. But even so, good piece of news just for the end of the episode. Blanco signs a contract. That's great. Bit of positive news there, and our goalkeeper is going to be a bit happier for us. And also as well, he's off the transfer list, which is always nice. As you can see by the league table though, confirmation, 1 game to go, 2 points clear of Barcelona, 1 1 point will do it due to the head-to-head record, regardless if Barcelona win the final game. But that is going to be the end of the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, because it's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.